Welcome. My name is Chaitra Holi. I am a technical consultant for OpenRoads. Let's get started with the OpenRoads ConceptStation. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate the OpenRoads ConceptStation workflow. This program allows engineers to quickly lay out multiple preliminary design alternatives and edit them to suit the needs of the project. As I have opened the product, you will notice you can open the recent projects, look at your favorite projects. You can create your own file. Let's go ahead and create a new file. This brings me automatically to the map interface where I can search any place in the world and locate the place. For example, I do have this place. Select this and it shows me the area in the map. So let us proceed with this location and zoom into that location and define a box around it. So as to define an extent of area to be used in the project. So moving ahead on the right side. Okay, this is the name of the file. Give it as a project name or any other convenient name. So let's say I'll give this project name as my concept project option 1. And you could choose the file path where you want to store those files. Select the folder. Coming next for the seed file. This seed file is the one which contains all my configuration. Right now I'm gonna use the system seed as I'll be using the default configuration. Coming next for the coordinate system, this is being defined based on this extent being shown on this map area. So let's go ahead and create this. Now you do see the context data import dialog box where you have an option to import the data from the local files, or if you don't have anything, you can use this geocoordinate service. Let us proceed with this geocoordinate service where I would be selecting the terrain and the static imagery where it is going to ask the server what's available in this region. Let's proceed and click on next. Over here, depending upon the resolution what you set, you'll get different types of images and different resolution. If I click on the information, you will get that this map is of 2014 and the resolution size of that would be able to view through this properties tab. Let's go ahead and select this as an high resolution terrain. You can now download and import. Now this is contacting the Bentley cloud service and downloading the information. It will use from the cache and will import everything. Okay, now It's been imported. The status shows its success. Now once it is been done, proceed for the next step. Now what you see over here is your working space in your open road concept station. In this scenario, I'm going to build a primary road, a secondary road, create some loops and ramps connecting these two roads, do an intersection design, and place the bridge in this area. So before proceeding with your road placement or the intersection design, let's have a look over the tools what is being present in this Open Roads Concept Station. On to your right, you see a navigation tools where you can rotate, pan, fit view, create a window area, view the previous and the next. Below over here onto the right side, you have the view tools. Then on the bottom, you have this action center where you control such as creating the save areas, ability to turn on and off the layers and models, and also could view concept estimated costs of the project as and when you do the project. Onto your left, you have a design tools which are used in creating and manipulating the elements such as roads, bridges, where I'll be using all along this video. So now quickly let's start creating a road placement. So first we'll be creating a primary road or the main road where I'll be using this road placement tools and select this road where you have the road class and the road template. So let's go ahead and select the type of road class. Say let's select this urban local road and the type of road as under the 4 lanes. Let's say let's select this as a simple concrete median. Give it a name as since it is an east-west road. Give it as east-west road and set a speed of 100 kmph and give a profile as best fit. So once you're done filling with the parameters, you could see a notification over here which displays the commands. Let's take this extent over here, start creating from here. As and when you move, you could see the distance, direction and the Z levels. So just create, simply go on creating. Once you're done, right click it. And there you go, your road placement for the main road is done. Now you would notice that my existing road is over here and I have created my IP point way beyond that. You could just simply go click on that and you could adjust it. Adjust the IP point or simply go over here and use the text manipulator. You could also extend the road over here and that gets updated. Now when I select the alignment under the action center, you could see the profile for the alignment which has been created based on the best fit. You could modify over here or you could use the same profile Let's go ahead and modify the vertical profile. Click on this vertical profile. You could see this up and down arrow headers where you could use in order to shift the your vertical elements. You can also modify the radius and the k values over here and shift the IP points of the same. See, let's say I'm gonna have a vertical curve radius of 100. That gets easily updated over here in your plan view. Let's go ahead and create the secondary road. We'll be using the same road tools. Now over here, let the road class be the urban local road. And over here, let's select this concrete median plus curb lanes and give the name as north south road, and let the speed of this road be 80 kmph, and I start creating an IP point. Select this and finish by right clicking. In the similar way, you could edit this to match to the existing road. Increase the radius. Now when I click on my main alignment, go back to my profile view, you would notice now my secondary road cross section can be viewed from this. In a similar way, when you click on your secondary road vertical profile, you could view the main road, that is east-west road cross section over in the profile. Let us proceed in creating a bridge along this east-west road. For that, I'll select the structural tools and select this bridge. This gives me a superstructure type and the bridge template to be selected. Let's go inside the superstructure. You have this predefined three types of structure types: box, girder, casting, and girder type. Let's say I'll select this girder type, and under the bridge template, I would choose, let's say I'll take a bridge with barrier lanes. If you couldn't find any of this, instead of going and searching over here, you could key in the words over here and that will display you that template. So let's go ahead and select this bridge plus barrier of 4 lanes and name this bridge as east-west bridge. So after selecting this, over here you could define the beam girder types, abutment types, and the support types over here. So when I go under this, under the beam girder type, so I'll directly go over here, see ASHTO type. So the moment I click on ASHTO, you have these many varieties of beam girder. Where I will choose the type 3 one. Under the support types, you have these many piers type. You could choose any one. Let's say Let us proceed with this tapered cap itself. And under the abutment types, you have a pile cap and a steam wall. Let us proceed with the steam wall and check this wing walls, keeping this unchecked curved walls. So once you're done with that, now it is asking me over here in the notification that select an alignment where you want to place the bridge. So I'll select this main corridor. Now it is asking your first point. Now it is asking you for the span length of the bridge. So just between one and second point. So this defines your span length. Once you're done, your bridge has been created now. You could view over here by rotating it in the 3D view. You could see the pier being placed, the bridge portion. So you could make any modifications to the pier. You could do over in this plan view itself. For that, let me first switch off my bridge. Right now, I don't require that when I'm editing that. The moment you select the bridge, you'll get this information panel which showcases your the properties of that object where you could make necessary changes in this tab also. Right now I'll hide this bridge and I'll select this pier. If I zoom in over here, you will see the arrow marks as well as the rotation mark. So you could make use of this arrows in order to move. You could quickly place over here. You could also rotate in this way and it quickly updates. Also, if you know the defined skew angle of this pier, you could directly select that and over here say give it as 45 degree and that would update that. So let's give the 20 meters. Now when I select over here, this is my abutment portion. So let's say I'll give it in a 20 and for left and right wing wall, I'll proceed with the same skew angle. Right now we are not able to view over here properly. That is because the moment I click over here, I'll just raise this profile. If you see the cyan line is your bridge portion, so that is been showing in cutting. So you could increase this bridge size, height. Okay, let me make this changes. Yes, and also let me put back that bridge. Yes, and deselect it again. Come back over here. Now use this rotate command. You could see now the skew angles what is being given to this abutment portion is being applied. You could go again over here. You could create the skew angle of that abutment. See, let me give this as 20, whereas for the left I don't want to give any skew angles, or say suppose I'll give just a 5 degree. Yes, anytime you could update those. Now moving ahead, again showing you modifications of this. I'll zoom it a bit more. Now you have a tapered cap, the peer type what we had selected. You could make changes or update, modify the peer type over here. Say I choose this hammered head, and immediately that gets updated over here. Whatever you select, you have those parameters that can be editable over here. So let's go over here. In the tapered cap, you'll also see the column spacing. Here it shows 3 columns have been placed. You could go ahead and place the columns. And you could also change the shape of the column type. Go ahead with the rectangle. So they also know the distance of the along the bridge. You could type in that value. Yes. Okay. Once this is done, let me put back the bridge into shape. Once it has been done, now I want to know whether it clearance is it satisfying for that vertical clearance. So for that, you have this measure tool under this bridge clearance. Now it is asking select the bridge segment to analyze. I would select this and say I want a clearance of 5.5 meters. Now it is asking me to select below this the secondary road. So over here, if you see this green box, shows that actual there is 6.1 meters clearance. See, let's go ahead and say that my vertical clearance is 7 meters. The moment I click 7 meters, I'm not able to get that clearance which shows me in red. You could easily analyze your vertical clearance using these tools. Right now, let me go ahead and select this 5.5. Yes, this is that quick to analyze the vertical clearance between the bridge and your road below that. And let's move ahead in creation of ramps and loops. So if you could see in this scenario, there is already a diamond interchange for which I may give a proposed options of clover leaf loops as well as ramps. So let's go ahead and build the loops and ramps. For that, under this road tools, you have this ramp designer and you have this ramp type and road template. So let's go ahead in this. So you have these 4 types of ramps that can be used to define your road. I say suppose I want to design a clover leaf. So I'll select this free loop. I would be creating a loop where my main road, left side of my main road over here is towards the westbound, traffic towards the westbound, and onto the RHS of the road is towards the eastbound. In the similar way for the secondary road, my LHS of this road is towards the southbound, moving in this way, and my RHS of this road is towards the northbound. So over here, I'll be creating a loop so that a road from the south gets connected towards to the main road over here. So it's moving from south and connecting to the east. I'm sorry, it is moving towards the west. See, loop. Over here, I'll select the 80 kmph road. Or maybe less than that. Free loop. And under this ramp portion, so let me take this as a two-lane left origin and give a say a radius of 100 meters. Now I would select this between this road. Now it is asking me to select my secondary road. I'll select this one. So this directly creates me the loop, and right click to accept this. This automatically updates me with the road templates. In the similar way, let's move ahead in order to create the rest of the three loops northbound. So let's give it as west north loop. Give the same, let everything else be the same. Now select, so you're going from over here, so this will act as your primary road, and this will act your secondary road, and accept it. Okay. Now create from north to east loop, the same thing. My primary road, and this is my secondary road. Accept it. And the last one, that is, it is moving from east to north loop, where this is your primary road and this is your secondary road, and select this. Right click to accept it. So we have this 4 kinds of loops being created, loop ramps. Now let us also create the other roads, direct ramps or semi-direct ramps, in order to create give a direct connections between the um, main and the secondary road. So for that, I'll come out of this tool, again go back and select roads. Now in this, let this be the same under this road templates. Let me go under this and select under the ramp folder. Let's say I would just select a ramp 1 left position. Now you could keep the same or reduce the speed and change it from ES ramp, where it is moving from thus east to south. Just select this, start creating a road. connected to this and right click this. Over here, when you go to this vertical profile, you could see the profile of the main road. The same, the handle, a white handle could be seen in the plan view. As soon as you move over here, you could see the secondary road cross section being shown over here. So you could edit the profile so as to match to the match with this, the primary and the secondary roads over here, connecting it to the existing, connecting it to the profiles, cross section levels of the primary and the secondary road. Could easily update that. Okay. Now you're done with this. In the similar way, let's go ahead and create for the rest 3 roads. Using the same roads, left, let it be this. Now let us create this as, okay, from southwest ramp. Let me take it from here. Please. Once you're done with this, you can directly go over here, extend this so that you can bring your edge levels with respect to your main road in a quick way. Let us select for the west north road too. Where I choose yes, that's it. And the last one, ramp, which is moving from north in the similar way. And connect it over here and right click. So once you're done with this providing of the direct ramps, now go ahead in creating a ramp connection between the main roads and the ramps being created. So under this road tools, you have this ramp connection where you have the terminal types, parallel type and the taper one. You could preview it, how it would look. Say, let me take this the parallel one and give the design radius, let it be say around 90 meters. It is asking me to choose the primary road, so I want to move it with respect to this primary road and connect with this and right click that. Now you would notice that a connection has been created between this ramp as well as the main road. Move ahead, select in the similar way, ramp connection, Similarly, in the parallel way, connect between this and this and accept it. Okay. Once you're done with this creation, at any point of time, you could go and edit those curve values, the length of the auxiliary lane, and the radius edit taper length also can be edited. Say I don't want this. I would go 50 meters and a taper length of 50 meters. So I could make easily changes over here once I'm been placing the ramp connection. So let us proceed with the other three roads now. I'm sorry for selecting this. Go ahead and select the ramps connection same way. I'm selecting this as parallel road. Right click and now this is my parallel road. This is my secondary road. Select it. It is that easy to create the ramp connections. Over here, select this one. Select this one. And select this. Yes. Once you're done with this, you could either place a bridge over here. If there is a lot of fill, you could review with various option. Save this DGN database as a separate one. Save as a file with a different option. Open that file up and you could make changes by creating this bridge and you could review with respect to your cost estimates. Okay. Let me also create an intersection road. For that, you see one road crossing over here. I'll simply go and create that one as a cross road. Select under this, go under this road, two lane, and say this is median, and select to this extend and yes. Now in order to place this intersection, select for the intersection tools. Let's select this as my primary road. Oh, oh. Yes. Once you're done with this, right click to accept it. And you see the T-junction being created. And you could easily modify this by clicking on this area where you could change the turning radius and that will update you. And you could also move the median both where you would like to start your stop line. You could easily go over here by selecting over here and see the up and down arrows handles and quickly create as per that. You could also, yes, and if you are not okay with this T intersection and you want to create a roundabout design, I'll say, let's say I would delete this. So this will bring me back the original roads being created. So let me go ahead and select the roundabout design now. Over here, it's also asking me the primary and the secondary road. Based on that, it will create a roundabout. I'll right click to accept it. Okay, where once you click on that, it gives me the values of the entry radius, exit radius, or the yield line, inscribed radius, circular carriageway width. You could easily modify over here based on your project requirement and just check the feasibilities, various feasibilities. So let me change my inscribed radius. Okay, that gets easily updated over here. And you could easily modify this radius to the taper section over here from here. So once you're done in creation of this ramps, intersections, bridges, your main roads and the secondary roads, look, let's have a look at the cost. For that, under this action center, let me go over here. You will see this quantities and cost tools over here. Over here, let me go ahead and give this calculate quantities and cost. This is basically my running the cost for this project. So this is actually calculating the quantities, which includes the earthworks, earth payments, the structures, whatever is being used in creating this project. It would take a while. Okay, now that's the cost. It's showing me the concept estimated cost over here. So where it is giving my earthworks, my payment, structures and retaining wall over here. If you could see, notice over here, you also have this allowance being displayed, which basically displays some fudge factor where I can apply for the earthwork and payment. For that, say let me change some rates of those values of the allowance where I could go. So under this backstage, I have this quantities and cost. Click on that. So it's showing me this allowance values where I could change the values of the rate values over here. Say let me put this 9.2. Okay, but before that, let me come back to the Conceptualize view where I could show you these values and how easily it updates when I change the rate values over here. I go back over here now, click on this quantities. Now change these values. Quickly do that. Once you're done, come back to the Conceptualize stage. Now you could see those updated values over here. Earlier values and these values gets changed over here. Also, if you want to see more detail, I could go and open this up where you will be able to view in detail, and you could also export this in Excel format. So going back to the main stage, say suppose in the concept station, over here, it is also considering the quantities of the secondary road, and say I'm not going to create this as a proposed road. You could go over here, click this as an existing. You could select every concept station object over here. So once you have selected that to an existing, and going back over here and recalculating the quantities, so it won't consider those existing quantities values in this calculated calculation. Now you could also see there is a change in the estimate. So based on your type of status of road, be it a construction, existing and proposed, you could make changes to your cost estimate. In a similar way, you could create many database, DGN database files based on your options, and you could compare your cost estimates. So let's look ahead for the road markings. So under this tab, in the marking tools, you have this lane stripping, linear marking, street marking, traverse marking is when. Also, you do have this being created as and when you have placed this road templates. For that, if you directly click on the lane marking, you could change the value, the type of the lane. Use over here, browse the stripping pattern. You have this various patterns you could select over here. A single lane. Okay. Over here, say I have this. Over here in the similar way, where one side is an yellow marking, another side is your white marking. Go ahead and create this as a white marking. Yes, that gets easily updated. Apart from this lane marking, you could use this transverse marking in order to place the pedestrian crossing type, where you could use this. Say I select this and say at this intersection, I would like to first select this alignment. Now it is asking the first point and the control point where you want to place almost near the certain length of the splitter island. I select this and it is that easy to be changed. You could use the manipulators in order to move, increase, reduce the length of the pedestrian crossings. You could also make use of this street markings, where you can select the list of the arrow marks, where you could use this arrow mark at certain distance, where you would be placing this, and you could go over here you could also change this value over here. If you select once, it shows in this direction where you could move over here placement, and if you want to move it in a horizontal, select the next time. It will show you in what way you want to move in this, and the third time if you click, it will show you the rotation one. Click on that, come over here and select where exactly you want to place it, and you could place those road markings. Okay, moving ahead with these road furnitures. Let me go ahead and select this furniture. Select this furnitures among this and say I would like to select the street lights and place this two side lamp. Now it is, if you see on the heads up display it's showing me the offset. You could use that placement, place it along the center line of the median. Once you're done, come out of this and you could individually change the angle of them. Mhm. Click on this and move this at a certain distance. You could delete the rest where you don't want. And if I take this in a 3D view, zoom it, you would be able to see the street lights in a 3D view. We could have given a normal offset, so that will get placed along the central line itself. In a similar way, go ahead and place some under the furnitures. Select this, and I don't want this. Say I want to place the road signs where I'll be giving there might be a signal ahead, or you may want to, let's give a sign of a loop sign over here where you could provide this onto this paved shoulder, or you could, depending on the offset what it's showing on the heads up display, let's say and just create a one. You could create in the same way at certain distance a same sign, or you could place the same sign post with certain spacing. Say I'll create the two one, right click, now select this 3D view. You could see over here, just rotate this in the similar way. Keep it at a offset distance of same. Let me say it as an 8 meters. I could place it outside bit. I'm sorry. You could make it this position and change this position. You could view this road sign over here. You could edit this, modify this, move the placement, rotate this. Road signs, furnitures can be added very quickly. So moving ahead, OpenRoads is having an intro operability between the OpenRoads designers or any microstation based or Bentley legacy products, where you can import the data to the ConceptStation. Also, you could export it to the Bentley legacy products and the OpenRoads designer. In order to import the data, you could make use of this import tool and select other and select this add data. Choose from the respective path folder what you have, maybe an alignment which you might have done in inroads, geopack, or the OpenRoads that can be brought into the OpenRoads ConceptStation. The reverse also holds good. Once you're finalized with your ConceptStation and you would want to move to your detailed design, for that also you could go over here, go under this export option. So you have this all the list of file formats that can be exported. Whereas your alignment file, which you can import it in OpenRoads. Then you have this IRD file, which contains your corridor information, ITL file, which contains your templates. You could, right now I'll be showing only that. Let me go ahead and select only these options and let the name of be the name of the project with an option 1, or you could just create option 1 and click on export. It will ask you the path to be stored under here. Let me create a folder name as export. Select this folder and the exporting process will start taking place. Okay, we are done with this exporting thing. Yes, rest of the export file has been done. Let me go back into the conceptual stage and also let me check in this OpenRoads under the export option. You'll have this list of file formats being exported, where you'll be using, if you don't have any survey files being provided by a surveyor in order for your detailed design, you could make use of this. You could import this tin file into your OpenRoads and proceed with your terrain modeling over here and start creating your detailed design and use this as an alignment file to create your detailed designing geometries. The geometries what you will be importing in this OpenRoad designer will have both your vertical profile as well as horizontal profile being created in this OpenRoads ConceptStation. So once it's just done, I'm back to my conceptual stage. So let us proceed with the visualization. Over here, OpenRoads ConceptStation has a visualize engine, which is Bentley Luminarity engine, which is also available as a separate product, which is useful in many cases when you publish directly out of inroads or geopack or any microstation based products. This lets me open into this Luminarity workflow, which is a part of this OpenRoads ConceptStation. Just maximize this. So using this Luminarity lets you place this trees or cars or create a small video over here. Just let's create a small walkthrough video. Just show you the workflow of that. See, I would like to walk through. Select this movie editor and it will ask you to add the clip. Zoom in and rotate the view to what extent you want to create. Okay, you would like to create. Quickly, I'll add this as a clip. Move this ahead straight. Click this. Create one more clip. Add one more clip. You're going under the bridge. Once you're done, create this one more last clip and quickly make changes. The transition between the clips as just 2 seconds so that it doesn't take much time, and you could just walk through to your project. So that makes so impulse. Once you're done with reviewing of your video, you could go over here and export this clip. Let me say I would choose the lowest resolution so as to create it fast. The moment I start creating, it is starting creating all the frames. Okay, the rendering process is almost complete now. Once this is done, it will ask me to save this file. Okay, and once you're done with this, you could come out of this luminosity and you could save this file. Yes, yep, that's it. Thank you for watching.
If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. If you want to see more such series, consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you, and see you next time.